Under the Hendersons' house, foundation cracks spiderwebbing through the concrete. I'm on my back with a flashlight, tracing the damage. 23 years doing this. Can read foundation problems like some guys read stock tickers. Settlement cracks, these. Soil shifting. Water damage from that busted downspout they never fixed. Fixable. Everything's fixable if you know what you're doing. My phone buzzes. Emergency alert. Third one today. Violent incident at Riverside Mall. Avoid area. I swipe it away. News panic. Always some incident, some shooting, some crisis that's supposed to make you drop everything and glue yourself to CNN. Foundation work doesn't stop because talking heads say the sky's falling. Mr. Brennan? Mrs. Henderson's voice from above. That worried tone homeowners get when they think their house is sliding into a sinkhole. How bad is it? I crawl out, brushing dirt off my Carhartt jacket. She's standing there with her husband, both of them looking like I'm about to tell them they need a second mortgage. Settlement cracks. Seen worse. Epoxy injection, maybe some underpinning on the northwest corner. $3,000. Tops. Relief on their faces. See, people think foundation damage is a death sentence, but it's just engineering. Load distribution, soil compaction, drainage. Practical problems with practical solutions. That's what I do. Fix what other people think is broken beyond repair. Loading tools into my van when my phone buzzes again. Text from Trevor. Haley says something wrong at her house, can you check? I'm tired. Been under 3 houses today, knees killing me. Got another estimate at 4. But Haley's their neighbor, lives 4 houses down on Maple Court, same subdivision as us. Good kid. Trevor's been dating her 8 months. First serious girlfriend. If her dad needs help with a water heater or something, 20 minutes won't kill me. Text back. Traffic's weird. Emergency vehicles everywhere. Sirens constant. Radios talking about incidents at hospitals, people acting violent. Probably some new drug thing. Bath salts, wasn't that a thing? Made people crazy. Not my problem. I fix foundations, not society. Maple Court looks normal. Nice houses. Well maintained. Built half of them myself, subcontracted on the others. Know every foundation in this subdivision, every soil report, every drainage issue. Pull up to the Kovacs house, 2-story colonial, good bones, foundation I poured in 2015. Front doors open. That's wrong. Nobody leaves their door open. Not in this neighborhood. Hello? Mr. Kovacs. I grab my flashlight from the van, heavy mag light, good for hitting things if needed, and step inside. Living rooms destroyed. Couch overturned. Lamp shattered. Family photos scattered across hardwood. Smells like copper. Like blood. Sounds from the kitchen. Struggle. Something breaking. I move fast. Kitchen doorway. Mr. Kovacs has his wife pinned against the counter, and he's not fighting her. He's biting her. Her throat. Blood everywhere. Spreading across the white tile backsplash I helped install. Hey! Hey! He turns. His eyes, they're wrong. Clouded over, milky white. Jaw hanging at weird angle, blood dripping. Mrs. Kovacs slides to the floor, not moving. He lunges at me. 23 years of construction work, you learn to react fast. Falling tools, snapping cables, equipment malfunctions. I swing the mag light, catch him in the temple. Solid hit. He stumbles but doesn't go down. Doesn't even seem to feel it. Comes at me again. I hit him harder, full force, the way you'd swing a framing hammer. His head snaps sideways. He falls, breathing hard. What the fuck? Screaming upstairs. Daddy, no please. Haley. Take the stairs 3 at a time. Hallway door open. Haley backed into corner of her bedroom. Eyes wild. Mr. Kovacs must have, no, wait. He's downstairs. The doorway behind me. Trevor. Dad. Haley texted me. I was worried. Get her. Now. We grab Haley, she's hysterical. Pull her down the stairs. Don't look at Mrs. Kovacs. Don't look at Mr. Kovacs on the kitchen floor. Starting to move again even though I hit him hard enough to crack skull. Outside. Across the lawn. Mrs. Patterson across the street attacking the mailman. Actually attacking, biting his arm while he screams. Mr. Rodriguez from 2 houses down running down the middle of the street. Wrong gate, arms pumping weird. My phone screams. Emergency alert. Shelter in place. Do not approach violent individuals. Avoid bodily fluids. Await further instructions. Dad, what's? Home. Run. We run. Our house, my house, I built it myself in 2009. Looks like sanctuary. Get everyone inside. Lock the door. Deadbolt, chain, both. Hands shaking. Angie's home, thank Christ. She's at the window, still in her scrubs. They sent us home from the hospital. ER's overwhelmed. People coming in with bites, going crazy, attacking staff. They said go home. Shelter in place. They'd call us back when. Another alert. Do not leave homes. Infection confirmed. Emergency services suspended. Trevor's holding Haley. She's shaking, crying. He killed her. My dad killed my mom. He. Okay. I forced my voice steady. Built this house with my own hands. Know every weak point, every structural element. Got tools, got generator in garage, got supplies. We can handle this. I know this house. We reinforce entry points, wait for authorities to handle it. Angie's looking at me like I'm crazy. Dale, you saw what that alert said. Emergency services suspended. What authorities? They'll get control. National Guard, military, something. This is America, not some third world. Haley makes a sound. Pain. Angie moves to her. You're hurt. Just a scratch. Earlier, before. Not from. Show me. Haley pulls up her sleeve. Scratch on her forearm, red and angry. Before we left the house. I fell against the counter when my dad. She's lying. I can see it in her eyes. But Trevor's looking at her like she's made of glass. And Angie's examining the wound. And outside someone's screaming. Check the windows. South-facing window has best view of subdivision. Smoke rising from 3 houses down. People running or things that look like people but move wrong. Too fast, too jerky. Mrs. Patterson dragging the mailman across her lawn. Built this house myself. Every stud, every beam, every foundation pier. Know exactly how to defend it. Trevor, garage. Bring the plywood sheets, the 2x4s, all the screws and brackets. To Angie, first aid kit, inventory, everything medical. Water bottles, all of them. To Haley, you okay to help? She nods, pale but focused. We work. That's what you do in crisis, you work. I've got sheets of plywood from the garage renovation I never finished. Perfect size for windows. Trevor helps me measure, cut, install. Screw them into the studs, not the drywall into actual structural support. Double pane windows won't stop determined attack, but 3/4 inch plywood backed by 2x4 framing will. Load-bearing walls here and here. I tell Trevor, marking them. If something tries to get through, it hits reinforced structure. We channel attacks to strongest points. He's following instructions, good kid. Learned from watching me work since he was 6. Hands me the drill, holds the brace steady. Outside, something slams against the front door. Hard. We freeze. Another impact. The door holds solid core oak. Good deadbolt. I installed that lock myself, rated for 800 pounds of force. Third impact. Wood creaks but holds. Angie appears from the kitchen. That's Mr. Peterson. I can see him through the peephole. His face. Don't open it. I wasn't going to. She's got the pistol. My .22 rifle, the one I use for varmints when we visit her parents' farm. She knows how to use it. Our nurse sees everything, stays calm. The impacts continue, 20, 30 times. Then stop. Silence worse than the sound. My phone. Emergency alert. Confirmed outbreak. Infected individuals extremely violent. Avoid all contact. Water supply may be compromised. Boil before drinking. Water supply. I look at Angie. We've got, what, 30 bottles? That's not enough. Bathtub. Fill it now. Smart. I run upstairs, start filling the tub. Trevor follows. Dad, what's happening? Don't know. Infection, they said. Some kind of rabies, maybe. We just need to. Window explodes. Second floor, Trevor's bedroom. Something crashes through, not jumping through, thrown through. Body. Mrs. Delgado from next door, except her arms bent backwards and she's moving anyway. She sees us. Lunges. Trevor screams. I grab him, pull him back. Mrs. Delgado's fast. Faster than Mr. Kovacs was. Crosses the room in seconds. I slam Trevor's door, hear her hit it. The hollow core door won't hold. Downstairs. Now. We run. Behind us, door splinters. Mrs. Delgado in the hallway, making sounds that aren't human. Clicks and hisses. Angie at the bottom of the stairs, rifle up. Down. We hit the floor. She fires. Once, twice. Second shot hits. Mrs. Delgado drops. Headshots, Angie says. Voice clinical, ER steady. Center mass doesn't stop them. Saw it at the hospital. Has to be brain. Trevor's crying. Haley appears from the kitchen. Sees Mrs. Delgado's body at the top of the stairs. Oh God. Oh God, oh God. Everyone to the living room. Now. I'm trying to think like an engineer. Structural response to unexpected load. We've got breaches. Need to reinforce upper floor, seal the stairway, create fallback positions. Work. Just work. Don't think about Mrs. Delgado teaching Trevor to ride a bike. Don't think about how fast she moved. Work. Spend the next 2 hours fortifying. Plywood over broken window upstairs. Furniture barricading the stairway. Reinforcing all ground floor entry points. Trevor helps, mechanical, following instructions, not thinking. Angie treating Haley's arm. When did you say you got this? This morning. This morning when? Long pause. Too long. Haley. The girl looks at Trevor. And me. Back to Angie. When my dad. When he fell. Your husband hit him with the flashlight. My dad fell on me. His teeth, there was so much blood I couldn't tell, but I think I washed it really good. Put a bandage on. I didn't want anyone to worry. The air leaves the room. Trevor. What are you saying? Angie's face goes professional. Our face. Show me. All of it. Haley pulls the bandage off. Bite mark. Clear teeth indentations bruising around it. At least 36 hours old based on healing. That was yesterday, Angie says. Flat. You've been bitten for over a day. I feel fine. Mostly. A little tired. But bite to turn is 18 to 24 hours. I saw it happen at the hospital. 12 hours average. You're past that. Angie's looking at Haley like a medical problem, not a person. Survival mode. You should be infected. Maybe I'm immune? Haley's voice desperate. Maybe I'm fighting it off? Trevor grabs her hand. That's it. That's possible, right? Some people are immune to diseases. That's how it works. I want to believe it. Want to believe I can engineer a solution to this like I engineer solutions to foundation problems. Support where there's weakness, drainage where there's pressure. But I've seen Mr. Kovacs, seen Mrs. Delgado, seen how fast they turn into something else. Angie meets my eyes. We both know. Trevor sees the look. No, don't even think it. She's fine. She's been fine for over a day. That proves something. Outside, more screaming. Fire visible through the window gaps. Orange glow reflecting off the plywood. Sirens constant, overlapping. Radio on the counter crackles. CDC representative confirms treatment facilities operational. Transport infected individuals to designated checkpoints for medical intervention. Treatment exists. Repeat, treatment exists for infection. Checkpoints located at. Hope. Actual hope. Angie. In the ER, we couldn't slow progression. Bite to symptoms in hours. Symptoms to full turn in 24 hours maximum. What treatment? Government wouldn't lie during an emergency. I need to believe that. They said treatment exists. Checkpoints. We get Haley to a checkpoint. We're trapped in the house. I can get us out. Know every street in this subdivision, every drainage system, every... I stop. Let me scout the route. I'll take the van, check the roads, find the clearest path. 5 minutes. Stupid. So goddamn stupid. But I grab the keys anyway. Van starts on first try, keeps maintenance on everything I own, oil changes every 3,000 miles, fluid checks monthly. You take care of your tools, they take care of you. Maple Court to the main road, half a mile. Should be clear. This is suburbs, good infrastructure, wide streets. 3 blocks, I hit the pileup. 8 cars, maybe 10. Crashed into each other, some on fire. Bodies in the street. Can't tell if they're dead or infected or just injured. One starts moving when my headlights hit it, crawling toward the van with broken legs dragging behind. I reverse. Try the western route, toward the bypass. Worse. Houses burning. Gas line must have ruptured. Flames shooting 20 feet high across the road. Infected wandering through the fire like it's not there. One's completely engulfed, still walking, spreading flames to the others. Back to Maple Court. Try the north route. More pileups. And infected, dozens of them. They see the van, start running toward it. Not shambling like Mr. Kovacs did. Running. Full sprint, coordinated. When did they get fast? One hits the passenger door, fingers clawing at the window. Face pressed against glass, teeth snapping. Used to be someone I knew, Mr. Patterson maybe, hard to tell. Eyes completely white, jaw working mechanically. I floor it. The infected falls, goes under the wheels. Sickening crunch. Others chase, faster than they should be. Get back to my street. Pull into the driveway, infected right behind me. Sprint to the front door. Trevor opens it. I dive through. He slams it shut. Impacts immediately, they followed me home. Angie, what did you do? Roads are blocked. Every route. Pileups, fires, gas ruptures. Can't get through. Breathing hard. And they're fast now. Coordinated. Pack behavior. How long were you gone? Check my watch. 20 minutes. They evolved that much in 20 minutes? No answer for that. Biology doesn't work like foundation engineering. Can't predict load distribution when the load changes properties. Emergency alert. Power grid failure imminent. Water systems compromised. Remain indoors. Military response authorized. Checkpoint locations. Riverside High School, Oakmont Mall, Memorial Hospital. Trevor, Riverside High is 2 miles. We can make it if roads are blocked. I just told you. Then we go on foot. Through backyards, drainage systems. You know this whole subdivision. He's right. I do. Storm drains, service alleys, every shortcut. Built half these houses, inspected the rest. But 2 miles through infected territory with Haley showing symptoms? Haley. She's sitting in the corner, pale, sweating. How do you feel? Angie asks. Medical assessment. Tired. Head hurts. Hot. Angie checks her temperature. Forehead first, then thermometer. 101.3. You're running a fever. I've had fevers before. Doesn't mean. After an infected bite, fever means progression. Angie's voice is gentle but firm. We need to be realistic. She's fighting it, Trevor says, voice breaking. 38 hours and she's still here. Still Haley. That means something. It does. Or it doesn't. I don't know anymore. Foundation problems follow rules, compression, tension, shear stress. Biology follows different rules. Rules I don't understand. Power goes out. Everything dark. Then the generator kicks in. I wired it myself, automatic transfer switch. Keeps essentials running. Lights, refrigerator, some outlets. Fuel? Angie asks. 3 days. Maybe 4 if we're careful. Then what? Don't have an answer. Check the windows. Streets full of infected now. Moving in groups, checking houses. One group attacks the Greens house across the street. Coordinated assault on the front door. 3 of them hitting it simultaneously. The door gives. They go inside. Screaming. The screaming stops. Trevor's watching. Can't shield him from this. He's 16, not 6. Old enough to understand the world's ending. Haley stands, wobbles. Trevor catches her. I'm okay. Just dizzy. You need to rest. He guides her to the couch. She goes, docile. Too docile. Yesterday she'd argue, insist she was fine. Now she just complies. Angie pulls me aside. Kitchen, out of earshot. She's showing symptoms. Fever, fatigue, compliance. Next comes aggression, confusion, then the change. How long? Based on what I saw at the hospital? 12 to 18 hours from symptom onset. She showed symptoms maybe an hour ago. Angie's hands are shaking. First time I've seen that. We need to prepare. Prepare how? She doesn't say it. Doesn't have to. No. We get her to the checkpoint. They said treatment exists. Dale. They wouldn't lie. CDC, military. They wouldn't broadcast that if. They absolutely would. She's not looking at me. Looking at her hands. Hospital administration told us to report suspected infections. Security would take them to quarantine. We heard gunshots from the loading dock. 20, 30 shots. Every hour. The words sit between us. They were executing them, she says. The hospital was executing infected patients. Not treating. Executing. That's different. That's hospital policy. Not. It's all the same. They contain the threat. That's the priority. Want to argue. Want to believe systems work, authorities help, treatment exists. But I saw Mrs. Delgado shot in my hallway. Saw the pileups, the fires. Infrastructure collapse. Radio still playing. Checkpoint protocol in effect. Bring infected individuals for medical assessment and treatment. Military personnel standing by to provide aid. Turn it off, Angie says. I do. Trevor appears. We should quarantine Haley, just in case. Separate room, lock the door, monitor her. If she gets worse, we're prepared. If she gets better, we know she's immune. Smart, practical, like his old man. Garage, I say. I can section off the corner, use chain link fencing from the basement. Build a temporary enclosure. Safe for everyone. Angie, Dale, temporary, just to monitor. If she's immune, she proves there's hope. If she's not, can't finish that sentence. Spend the next 3 hours building. Chain link fence, steel posts, padlock. 20 years ago, I built dog kennels, same principle. Solid construction, escape-proof. Haley watches me work. Like a cage, like a quarantine, medical protocol. In case I become like them, don't answer. Tighten the bolts, check the lock mechanism. It'll hold. Has to. Trevor brings her water, blanket, pillow, making the cage comfortable. The wrongness of it sits in my stomach like concrete. Hour 42 since Haley's bite. Fever's 102 now. She's talking less, moving slower. Eyes look distant. I'm scared, she tells Trevor. Just that. Simple truth. You're going to be okay. He's holding her hand through the chain link. Dad's built something safe. We'll monitor you. If you need help, we get you to the checkpoint. But the roads are blocked. And the checkpoints are execution sites. And I built a cage for a 17-year-old girl because I don't know what else to do. That night, I don't sleep. Watching the garage through the kitchen window. Haley's curled up on the blankets, shivering despite the heat. Trevor's sitting outside the fence, keeping vigil. Angie's next to me. This doesn't end well. You don't know that. I'm a nurse. I've seen infection progression. She's turning. Maybe she's different. Maybe you're wrong. We don't talk after that. Hour 48. Haley's fever is 103. She tried to bite Trevor when he brought her food. Lashed out, teeth snapping, then collapsed crying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But she did mean to. Some part of her meant to. Trevor's devastated. Sitting in the corner of the garage, arms around his knees. She's fighting it. That's her fighting it. Maybe. Or maybe that's what losing looks like. Check the neighborhood through binoculars. Dawn light showing the damage. Houses burning, bodies in the streets. And Riverside High visible in the distance, 2 miles northeast. Military vehicles. Fencing. Checkpoint. Watch through binoculars. See people bringing infected to the gates. Infected restrained, dragged, carried. Guards checking clipboards. Then, Gunshots. One by one, the infected are executed. Not taken inside. Not treated. Shot at the fence line, bodies dragged to a pile. A woman, Mrs. Patterson, I think, brought by her daughter. The daughter's crying, explaining something to the guards. Guard checks his clipboard, nods, raises his rifle, shoots Mrs. Patterson in the head. The daughter collapses. Guards pull her away from the body. No treatment. Never was treatment. Angie was right. Lower the binoculars. Trevor's watching me. What did you see? They're helping people at the checkpoint. Lie comes easy. Too easy. But he's 16 and his girlfriend's dying, and I can't take hope away from him too. Emergency alert. Martial law in effect. Curfew enforced. Lethal force authorized against non-compliance. Checkpoint protocol. Infected individuals must be surrendered for processing. Processing. That's what they're calling it. Infected hit our backyard fence. Different group, larger, 7 of them, coordinated. They work together, testing the fence posts, finding the weak point where soil's eroded. Exactly where I've been meaning to fix the drainage. Should have fixed it last month. Too late now. They push through. Fast-moving, goal-oriented. They want in. Trevor. Kitchen door. Reinforce it now. We scramble. Infected reaching the back door, throwing themselves against it. Doors solid but hinges are standard residential. Not rated for this. Use 2x4s. Screw them into the studs horizontally. Create cross-bracing. Trevor's hands are steady, following my instructions exactly. Good kid. Learned well, but he's 16. Building barriers against neighbors' turn monsters while his girlfriend turns into one of them. The infected break through the back fence entirely. 8 of them now in the yard. One, Mr. Rodriguez, spots us through the kitchen window. Points. They all turn. Coordinated charge at the back door. Impact. The 2x4s hold. Barely. More bracing. The deck screws. 3-inch. Angie fires through the window. Rifle crack. Infected drops. She chambers another round. Fires. Another down. The rest don't stop. Don't even look at their fallen. Keep hitting the door, systematic, finding stress points. They're learning. Trevor and I work fast. More 2x4s, more screws, reinforcing every weak point. The door holds. My construction holds. But there are more of them than there are boards. From the garage, screaming. Haley. Trevor drops his drill. Haley runs to the garage. I follow. She's thrashing in the cage, seizure or transformation or both. Foam at her mouth, eyes rolled back. Open it. Trevor's at the padlock. We have to help her. Don't. Angie's behind us, rifle ready. She's changing. She's dying. We need to. She's infected. Opening that cage kills us all. Haley's seizure stops. She lies still. For a moment, I think she's dead. Then her eyes open. Clouded. White. She looks at Trevor. Smiles. Trevor. His name. She said his name. Still in there. Haley. It's okay. We're here. She stands. Walks to the fence. Puts her hand against it where Trevor's standing. I'm cold. I'll get you another blanket. And hungry. Her smile widens. So hungry. Trevor backs away. Haley lunges at the fence. Hits it full force, fingers clawing through the chain link gaps. Making sounds, clicks and hisses, and something that might be Trevor's name, might be hunting calls. The cage holds. My construction holds. Trevor's on the floor, staring. She was talking. She said my name. That wasn't her, Angie says. Gentle. Not anymore. But it was. Partially. Some fragment of Haley still inside that thing. Screaming his name while the infection uses her body as a weapon. Hour 54. The choice is coming. I can feel it like I feel foundation cracks before they're visible. Pressure building, structure failing, inevitable collapse. Hour 56. Haley's fully turned. Eyes white, movements jerky, making those inhuman sounds. But sometimes she stops, looks at Trevor, says his name. Almost right. She's still fighting, Trevor says. He's been sitting outside the cage for 6 hours. Won't leave. You see? She recognizes me. Angie pulls me aside. Living room, door closed. She's gone. What he's seeing is neurological echoes. Brain patterns firing randomly. You're sure? I saw it at the hospital. Some infected retain speech fragments, recognition patterns. Doesn't mean they're still human. Means the infection is using learned behavior to hunt. In the garage, Haley says Trevor again. Perfectly clear. Then lunges at the fence, teeth snapping. We have 6 hours, Angie says. Flat. Medical. Maybe 8. Fever that high, seizure activity, aggression levels, she's hitting terminal phase. After that, full turn. Complete transformation. What if she stabilizes? She won't. But what if? Dale. She grabs my shoulders, forces me to look at her. I've seen this dozens of times. Bite symptoms change. It's not variable. It's progression. She's dying and taking everyone around her when she goes. The cage holds. Nothing holds forever. Want to argue. Want to engineer a solution, reinforce the cage, add secondary containment, build safety margins. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. But Angie's right. I built that cage in 3 hours with chain link and good intentions. It's not Fort Knox. It's barely a dog kennel. Outside, more fires. Power's been out 6 hours. Generator still running but fuel gauge dropping. Radio's mostly static now, occasional fragments. Infrastructure collapse. Checkpoint protocol. Remain. Try my phone. No signal. Cell towers must be down. We're alone. Should sleep. Can't. Keep seeing Mrs. Patterson shot at the checkpoint. Daughter watching. Processing. Trevor appears. Eyes red. She's asking for water. Haley. She's thirsty. Don't open the cage. I'm not stupid. I'll pass it through the gap. He goes back to the garage. Angie and I follow, keeping distance. Haley's pressed against the fence. Lucid moment happens sometimes now. Trevor? I'm so thirsty. Please. He passes a water bottle through the chain link gap. She takes it. Drinks. Mostly normal. Then her hand shoots through the gap. Grabs his wrist. Pulls him against the fence. Teeth snapping inches from his face. I pull Trevor back. Haley's fingers break against the chain link. Bones cracking. But she doesn't let go. Keeps pulling, using broken fingers like they work fine. Trevor's screaming. I pry Haley's grip loose. Feels like breaking steel, her strength inhuman. Finally get Trevor free. Haley backs away into the cage. Looks at her broken fingers. Then at Trevor. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean. But she did. The infection made her do it, but it used her hands, her voice, her face. Trevor's wrist is bruised. Almost broke. She didn't mean to. She tried to pull you into the cage to bite you, Angie says. She absolutely meant to. The infection meant to. Not Haley. There's no difference anymore. Hour 60. I scout the checkpoint again through binoculars. Still executing infected. Bodies piled higher. No one's been taken inside the fence. Not one person. Radio crackles. Fort Peterson perimeter threatened. Checkpoint protocol remains. Static. Lethal force authorized. Static. They're losing. Military's losing. Infections spreading faster than containment. We're on our own. Angie finds me on the porch. We need to talk about Haley. What about her? You know what about her? She's terminal. Full transformation in hours. We end this now, mercifully, or we wait and watch her become something that might break out. The cage holds. Until it doesn't. She's not angry, just tired. I'm a nurse. I've ended suffering before. DNR orders, terminal patients, compassionate care. This is the same. She's 17. She's infected. Age doesn't change that. Want to argue. Can't find the words. Trevor comes outside. I can hear you. You're talking about killing her. Silence. She's still in there. You saw her drink water. She apologized. That's Haley. That's the infection using her memories. Angie says, gentle but firm. I know you don't want to hear this. I know you love her, but she's suffering. Every hour she's aware enough to know what's happening to her is torture. Trevor looks at me. Dad, you can fix this. You always fix things. That's the problem. That's always been the problem. 23 years of foundation work. Never met a structural problem I couldn't solve. Cracks, settlement, water damage, soil erosion. Practical problems with practical solutions. Support where there's weakness. Reinforce what's failing. Engineer your way through. But this isn't a foundation. This is biology. This is infection. This is watching a girl dissolve into something else, and my tool belt is worthless. I can reinforce the cage, I hear myself say. Add secondary barriers. Rebar posts, concrete blocks. Make it stronger. Angie stares at me. You're serious. Buy time. Maybe she stabilizes. Maybe nothing. She's dying. You're just deciding how slowly. She lasted 60 hours. Everyone else turned in 18. That means something. It means she's dying slower. Not surviving. Dying. Trevor's between us. Looking at me like I'm the only thing keeping him from drowning. Dad's right. We reinforce. We give her time. Maybe she fights through. People beat diseases. People survive. Not this disease. Angie's voice cracks. First time. Not this. But I'm already moving. Basement, finding concrete blocks. Rebar from the old deck project. Chain links good but not perfect, need backup barriers. Secondary containment in case primary fails. Engineering. Practical solutions. Trevor helps me carry materials. Building together. Father and son project. Except we're building a better cage for his girlfriend. Angie watches from the doorway. Doesn't help. Doesn't stop us. We work through the night. Reinforce the cage with concrete blocks. Create a secondary fence 3 feet back. Rebar posts sunk into the garage floor, had to drill through concrete, set them properly. 2-barrier system. If she breaks through chain link, she hits concrete and rebar. Professional work. Best cage I've ever built. Haley watches us. Sometimes lucid, sometimes gone. Says Trevor's name. Says thank you. Then lunges at the fence, fingers bloody, making sounds. Hour 68. New construction complete. Escape-proof. Could hold a gorilla. Trevor brings Haley food. She eats it. Water, she drinks. Still some human behavior. Still some Haley. See, Trevor says. She's stable. She's not. I can see it. Lucid moments getting shorter. Attacks getting more frequent. Fever climbing, has to be 105 by now, should be fatal. But I built the cage. Bought time. That's what I do, I buy time with engineering. Angie hasn't spoken to me in 12 hours. Hour 72. Generators running low. Maybe 18 hours of fuel left. After that, darkness. No lights to see what Haley's doing in the cage. No power for defenses. Outside's worse. More fires. More infected. They move in larger groups now, 20-30 at a time. Coordinated. Testing houses, finding weak points. Military checkpoint visible through binoculars. Overrun. Infected breached the fence. Bodies everywhere. Military vehicles burning. No authority left. No rescue. Just us. Emergency alert. Fort Peterson perimeter compromised. Evacuation suspended. All personnel to defensive positions. Civilian population. Survive in place. Survive in place. That's the official plan. Survive in your homes while everything collapses. Trevor's asleep against the garage wall. First time he's slept in 3 days. Exhausted. 17 years old. Watching his girlfriend die in a cage his father built. Angie sits next to me. Living room, windows boarded. You need to end this. The cage holds. That's not what I mean. You need to end what you're doing to Trevor. Giving him false hope. Making him watch. There's still a chance. There's no chance. You know that. Foundation expert. You know when a structure's failing, when it's past repair. You've told homeowners that it's too late. It's coming down. We need to demolish and rebuild. You've said that exact thing. I have 100 times. Standing in crawl spaces, looking at rotted joists, compromised beams. Sometimes you can't save the structure. Sometimes you have to let it fall. She's not a structure. No, she's worse. She's dying and aware. And you're keeping her alive in a cage to prove you can fix anything. The words hit like a foundation collapse. Sudden, total. That's not. It is. This is about you. Proving Dale Brennan can engineer a solution. That's your whole identity, the guy who fixes impossible things. But this isn't fixable. And instead of admitting that, you're torturing a 17-year-old girl and your son. Want to argue. Want to explain structural engineering, support systems, buying time. Can't. Because she's right. I built the cage to prove I could contain the uncontainable. Reinforced it to prove my construction works. Keeping Haley alive to prove Dale Brennan doesn't fail. And Trevor's paying the price. In the garage, Haley screams. High-pitched, agonized. Not an attack. Pain. We run. She's seizing again, worse than before. Whole body convulsing, bones cracking from the force. Blood from her nose, her ears. She's dying, Angie says. This is the end phase. Complete system failure. Seizure stops. Haley lies still, breathing shallow. Then her eyes open, perfectly clear. Brown. Haley's eyes. Trevor. He's at the fence. I'm here. I'm right here. I'm scared. I don't want to die. You're not going to die. Dad's got this. Dad's. Trevor. Her voice so young. 17, scared. Dying. I'm already dead. We both know. No. No, you're. Thank you for staying. Tell your dad thank you. For trying. For giving me time to say goodbye. She's crying. Human tears. Haley crying, not the infection. I love you, Trevor says. Sobbing. I love you too. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the bite. I was scared. I thought. Her jaw dislocates. I hear it from across the garage. Cartilage separating, wet pop. The temporomandibular joint just breaks. Her jaw hangs wrong, dislocated, unhinged. Her eyes, brown, human, Haley's eyes 1 second, cloud over. White film spreading across corneas like spilled milk. 2 seconds. That's how long it takes. 2 seconds from human to not. The sound she makes next comes from somewhere deep. Not throat, not lungs. Somewhere else. Guttural, clicking, wrong frequency. Her fingers break as she claws at the fence. I hear each knuckle crack. Metacarpals shattering against chain link. Fingers bend backward. Bones protruding through skin. She doesn't stop. Keeps clawing with broken hands. Smell hits. Rot and copper and ammonia. Chemical. Wrong. The infection has its own smell. Trevor's frozen. Hand still against the fence where Haley's hand was touching his. Now her broken fingers claw at his. Bones scraping metal. The construction lights, my professional lighting setup, 3,000 lumen LED work lights I use for foundation inspections, illuminate everything. Perfect visibility. Every detail. The angle of her jaw. The white film over her eyes. The bones through her skin. I built a stage. Lit it perfectly. So Trevor could see his girlfriend transform with absolute clarity. Trevor. I grab him, pull him back. Haley's hand shoots through the gap. Catches his sleeve. Rips it. Almost catches skin. She's slamming against the fence. Full force. The chain link holds, good construction, but she's hitting the same spot over and over. Systematic. The concrete block secondary fence behind it, unmoved. The cage holds. Trevor's screaming. Not words, just sound. Haley, the thing that was Haley, lunges at the fence again. Her face hits the chain link. Teeth snap. She's trying to bite through metal. I watch a tooth crack off. She doesn't stop. Now? Angie's beside me, pistol drawn. Can I do it now? The girl who was just apologizing. Just saying, I love you. Just being 17 years old and scared and dying, gone mid-sentence. One moment human, next moment hunter. The cage I built. The lights I positioned. The time I bought. All of it created this moment. Trevor watching the girl he loves become a monster in perfect lighting. Yes, I say. Angie aims through the fence. Haley lunges at the gun barrel. Angie fires. 3 shots. First grazes. Second hits shoulder. Third hits head. Haley drops. The construction lights illuminate her body. Blood pooling. Fingers still bent wrong, broken from clawing. Jaw still dislocated. I still white. Trevor collapses. The mercy I delayed. The death I could have made gentle, I made horror. This is what I bought with my engineering. 72 hours of false hope so Trevor could watch this exact moment in a cage I built with perfect illumination. Outside, something slams into the front door. Then again, multiple impacts. They're coming. But Trevor's just staring at Haley's body, at her broken fingers still curled like they're reaching for him. He's not looking at me, won't look at me, don't think he ever will again. Hour 74. Trevor hasn't moved, sitting against the garage wall, staring at Haley's body in the cage. Hasn't spoken, hasn't eaten, hasn't acknowledged we exist. Angie covered the body with a tarp. Best we can do. Can't move her. Cage is sealed, and opening it means contamination. We need to leave, Angie says. Generator's almost empty. 6 hours of fuel left, maybe. Leave how? Roads are blocked. Storm drains. You know the system. We go through the drainage tunnels. Emerge outside the subdivision. Find a vehicle. Could work. I inspected those tunnels for foundation water issues, know every junction, every access point. 3 miles of tunnel system running under the subdivision, emerges at the industrial park. Trevor comes. She looks at our son. Does he have a choice? No, none of us do. Infected slam into the front door. Sustained assault, 10 of them, maybe more. My reinforcements hold, but I hear wood cracking. The 2x4 braces are giving way. We go tonight, I say. After dark. Storm drain access is 3 houses down. Prepare gear. Tools, water, first aid. The .22 rifle, ammunition. Leave most of our supplies. Can't carry everything. Trevor watches us pack. Empty eyes. Trevor. I kneel next to him. We're leaving. You're coming. Nothing. Son. I know what you saw. I know it's... Can't find the words. But we have to survive. Have to move. He looks at me. First time since Haley died. His expression. I've never seen him look at me like that. Like I'm something rotten. Something diseased. You did this, he says. Voice flat. You built that cage. You kept her alive so she'd suffer. So I'd watch. I was trying to save. You were trying to prove you could fix anything. You and your fucking tools and your fucking engineering. You made me help you build the cage. We built it together, Dad. Father-son project. I built the cage my girlfriend died in. Every word lands like a sledgehammer. I thought. You thought wrong. You're always so sure. Always so confident. Dale Brennan fixes impossible things. Well, you didn't fix shit. You made it worse. You made her death torture. You made me watch. Angie's hand on my shoulder. Gentle. We need to go. He's right, I say, can barely speak. He's absolutely right. Doesn't matter now. Survival matters. Front door splinters. Infected pouring through. My reinforcements failed. Not built strong enough, or they're stronger than I calculated. Back door. Now. We run. Trevor moves mechanically. Angie leads, rifle ready. I've got my tool belt. Stupid, but can't leave it. It's part of me. Kitchen door holds, reinforced better than front. But we're trapped. Infected flooding the living room, heading for kitchen. Garage. The side door still clear. We dive through. Infected right behind. I grab the gas can, 10 gallons for the mower, and pour it across the garage floor. Trail leading to the pile of construction debris. Light it with my torch lighter. Flames spread fast. Infected don't care, walk right through the fire. 3 of them burning, spreading flames to the others. Storm drain. 3 houses down. We run into the night. Streets full of infected. They see us, start chasing. Fast. Coordinated. Dozens of them. The subdivision I know by heart. Every street, every shortcut. Led Angie and Trevor between houses, through yards. Infected everywhere, but I know paths they don't. Mrs. Delgado's house burned. The Henderson house, infected nest, dozens inside. The Green's house. Empty, door open, blood everywhere. 2 houses down. Storm drain access in the street, heavy grate, but I've got a pry bar in my belt. Infected behind us. Close. Too close. Angie turns, fires. Drops 1. Chambers. Fires. Another down. She's got maybe 10 rounds left. I pry the grate. 30 pounds of cast iron. Leverage point, proper fulcrum. Comes up. Down. Trevor first. Trevor drops into the hole. 8 feet to the tunnel floor. I hear him land. Angie. She fires twice more. Drops into the hole. Infected 20 feet away. Running. I follow, pulling the grate closed behind me. It seats with a clang. Infected hit it seconds later. They claw at the metal, can't get through. Tunnel's dark. I got my flashlight. LED beam shows concrete walls, water flowing ankle deep. Inspection tunnel, built in 1998. I was on the crew that poured this concrete. This way, led them downstream. Junction boxes every 100 yards. Know them all. The tunnel curves under Maple Court, then Riverside Drive, then emerges at the industrial park. 3 miles. Through darkness, through water, through tunnels built for drainage, not people. But we move. That's survival. Keep moving. Trevor follows. Silent. Angie behind him, watching our back. Hour 76. Tunnel system works exactly like I remember. Junction at Riverside. Turn south. Maintenance access every 200 yards, could exit there, but surface is probably still infected. Keep going. Emerge at Industrial Park. Less residential, fewer infected maybe. My construction work saving us. 23 years of foundation knowledge, practical experience, structural engineering. We're alive because I know these tunnels. But Trevor won't look at me, won't speak, and I know why. My engineering didn't save Haley. It just made her death take longer, made it more painful, made Trevor watch every second in perfect lighting. The skills that save us physically destroyed Trevor emotionally. Hour 78. Industrial Park access. Ladder, steel rungs. I climb first, check the surface. Parking lot. Abandoned warehouses. 2 infected visible, distance. Manageable. Clear. Come up. Trevor climbs. Angie follows. We're out. Surface world. Fires everywhere on the horizon. Smoke obscuring stars. Vehicles in the lot, delivery trucks, company cars. Try doors. Locked. Break a window, Ford pickup. Keys in the ignition. Thank God for careless people. Get in. Engine starts. 3/4 tank. Enough. Trevor sits in the back seat, staring at nothing. Angie up front with me. Drive. No destination. Just away. Away from the subdivision, the cage, the construction lights illuminating transformation. Away from what I did. Past other survivors. Some flagging us down. Can't stop. Can't help. Barely helping ourselves. Past more checkpoints, all overrun. Bodies everywhere. Military vehicles burning. Pass through neighborhoods like ours, burning, infected, destroyed. The infection spread fast. Maybe started at Riverside Mall, that first emergency alert. Maybe somewhere else. Doesn't matter. It's everywhere now. Hour 82. Find an abandoned warehouse. Industrial area. Concrete structure. Defensible. Park inside, close the bay door. Silence. Just engine ticking as it cools. We're alive, Angie says. Statement of fact. Not celebration. Trevor gets out. Walks to the corner of the warehouse. Sits down. Stares at the wall. I want to talk to him. Want to explain. Want to apologize. Can't. What words fit? Angie's looking at me. You kept us alive. That counts. Does it? She doesn't answer. Unpack gear. Set up camp. Generator from the truck. Small one, enough for lights. Bottled water. Canned food. Survival essentials. Trevor doesn't help. Doesn't eat. Just sits. My son. My boy. I taught him how to use tools, how to measure twice and cut once, how to fix things. And when it mattered, I fixed nothing. Made everything worse. Night comes. Angie sleeps in the truck. Trevor in the corner. I stay awake, watching. Keep seeing it. Haley's jaw dislocating. That sound. Her eyes clouding over. Trevor's scream. I built that moment. Engineered it. Bought 72 hours so it could happen exactly that way. The construction lights. Professional-grade illumination. So Trevor could see every detail of his girlfriend becoming a monster. That's my legacy. My skill. My contribution. Dale Brennan, foundation contractor, built the perfect stage for his son's trauma. Day 3. Warehouse is safe for now. Concrete walls, one entrance, defensible position. Found other supplies, bottled water, canned goods, even a working radio. The radio's how I know it's global. Not just our subdivision, our city. Everywhere. Infections spreading faster than containment. Every major city reporting outbreaks. Governments collapsing. Military scattered. Emergency alert. Faint. Fragmenting. Fort Peterson perimeter failed. Evacuation suspended indefinitely. No confirmed safe zones. All personnel advised to. Civilian population. Survive in place. Survive in place. That's all that's left. Trevor hasn't spoken in 4 days. Angie checked him. Physically fine, just silent. Selective mutism, trauma-induced. Eats when she makes him. Drinks when she gives him water. Otherwise just sits, staring. Sometimes he looks at me. When he does, I see it: blame, anger, betrayal. Then he looks away. Can't sleep. When I do, I hear that sound. Cartilage snapping. Haley's jaw breaking. Her eyes clouding. The construction lights illuminating everything. Day 4. Found another family. Father with 2 daughters, hiding in the office section. Name's Rick. Daughters are Emma and Kate, 9 and 12. Lost the wife in the outbreak. Rick sees my tool belt. You know construction? Foundation contractor. 23 years. We need help reinforcing our space. Infected got through last night, almost got Kate. Can you? Yeah. Work helps. Gives me something to do besides think. Use materials from the warehouse, steel shelving, concrete blocks, metal pipes. Build barriers, reinforcement, secure the office section. Rick's grateful. This is good work. Professional. You've done this before. Yeah. Lifesaver. Seriously. Don't know what we'd do without someone who knows structure. Look at Trevor across the warehouse. He's watching me work with Rick. Sees me useful, competent, helping. His expression doesn't change. Still empty. Angie barely talks to me. Functional communication only. Generator needs fuel. Water supplies low. Trevor's not eating enough. No personal conversation. We're roommates in the apocalypse. Nothing else. The marriage ended in that garage. Watching her shoot Haley through the bars of a cage I built. Angie performed the mercy I delayed. She'll never forgive me for making it necessary. Day 6. Trevor still hasn't spoken. Angie says he might never speak again. Trauma too deep, too fundamental. Watching someone you love transform into a monster, in a cage built by someone you trust, illuminated by lights positioned for perfect visibility, that breaks something permanent. I did that. Dale Brennan did that. With tools and engineering and confidence. Day 8. Rick asks me to check the warehouse foundation. You're the expert. Want to make sure this place is structurally sound for long-term. Long-term, like we're staying. Like this is life now. Crawl under the warehouse floor. Flashlight, measuring tape, level. Old habits. Checking concrete. Looking for cracks, water damage, settlement. Find cracks. Cosmetic, mostly surface level. But there's water intrusion along the north wall. Soil erosion underneath. Foundation settling. Know how to fix it. Epoxy injection, waterproofing, soil stabilization. Done it 1,000 times. Easy repair. Stare at the cracks. Don't move. Trevor appears in the access doorway above. Looks down at me under the warehouse. Foundation's cracking, I say. First time I've spoken directly to him in days. I can fix it. He just looks at me. No expression. No response. It's cosmetic mostly. Some water intrusion. Need to seal it, prevent further damage. Standard procedure. Nothing. I've got the tools. Know what to do. Take maybe a day's work, shore up the weak points, make this place safe. He turns away, walks off. I stay under the warehouse, in the dark, staring at cracks I know how to fix. Foundation repair. That's what I do, what I've always done. Shore up weakness, prevent collapse, engineer solutions. Can't fix my son. Can't fix anything that matters. Crawl out. Tools feel heavy. Tool belt digging into my waist. 30 pounds of hammers, levels, measuring tape, drill. Worn the same belt for 15 years. Comfortable. Familiar. Feels like anchor now. Pulling me down. Radio crackles. Containment protocol failed. Infection spreading unchecked. Military evacuation suspended. No confirmed safe zones remaining. All survivors advised to establish defensive positions. Await further instructions. Static. No further instructions coming. Never were. Governments gone. Militaries scattered. Checkpoints were execution sites. Processing meant bullets. Mrs. Patterson shot in front of her daughter. Hundreds like her. Thousands. Killed by the authorities who said, "Bring them for treatment." Can't trust anything now. Not institutions, not systems, not myself. Walk through the warehouse. Past Rick and his daughters, they wave, grateful. Past Angie. She glances at me, looks away. Past Trevor, he doesn't acknowledge I exist. My family, what's left of it. Trevor alive because of my skills. Trevor destroyed because of my choices. Angie alive because of my knowledge. Angie distant because of my arrogance. Both breathing. Both damaged beyond repair. I fixed their structure. Broke their foundation. Outside through the bay door. Sunset. Smoke on the horizon. Fires still burning. The subdivision, probably. Our house. The cage I built. Wonder if the construction lights are still on. Generator might have fuel. Might still be illuminating that empty cage where Haley died. Perfect lighting for nothing. Trevor appears beside me. First time he's come close voluntarily since it happened. Don't speak. Don't want to ruin it. We stand there, father and son, watching the world burn. I helped you build it, Trevor says. First words in 6 days. Voice rough. The cage. You asked me to help and I did. I built the cage my girlfriend died in. Trevor. I held the posts while you drilled. I helped you mix the concrete. Father-son project. Building a better cage. I thought I was saving her. You thought you were proving you could fix anything. He's still not looking at me, staring at the smoke. That's what you do. Dale Brennan fixes impossible things. Foundations that shouldn't stand but do. Houses that should collapse but don't. You built your whole identity on being the guy who engineers solutions to structural problems. Every word true. She wasn't a structure. No, she was a person. A 17-year-old girl, dying and scared. And you caged her. Kept her alive for 3 days so you could prove your engineering works. So you could demonstrate your construction skills. I was trying. You were trying to save yourself. Your identity. Your confidence. And I paid for it. I watched her transform because you needed to prove you don't fail. He's right. Completely right. The impossible choice wasn't mercy versus hope. It was Haley's suffering versus my ego. And I chose ego. I'm sorry. Worthless words. I'm so sorry. Are you? Or are you sorry you failed? Sorry your engineering didn't work? Sorry Dale Brennan's perfect record has a stain. Can't answer. Don't know anymore. Trevor walks away. Back inside. Doesn't look back. Stand there alone. Tool belt heavy. Hands shaking first time since the outbreak. Former foundation contractor. Hands never shake. Built hundreds of structures. Fixed thousands of cracks. Saved dozens of houses. Can't save my son. Can't fix what I broke. Day 10. Routine established. Rick's family, my family, 2 other survivors we found. Living in the warehouse, defending it, surviving. I do the construction work. Reinforce walls, check foundation, maintain structure. That's my role. The builder. The fixer. Nobody talks to me beyond necessity. Rick's grateful but distant. Other survivors polite but cold. Angie functional. Trevor silent. I'm the guy who keeps the building standing. Nothing else. Work under the warehouse again. Those cracks I identified. Should fix them. Proper procedure. Foundation settling means eventual structural failure if left untreated. Mix epoxy. Fill the cracks. Waterproof the seams. Good work. Professional work. Feels hollow. Day 12. Trevor helps Rick with something, moving supplies, organizing inventory. I watch them talk. Trevor nods, responds, even laughs once. He can speak. Just not to me. Angie sees me watching. Comes over. He's processing. Give him time. How much time? I don't know. Maybe forever. She's not cruel. Just honest. You traumatized him. Fundamentally. That doesn't heal quickly. Maybe doesn't heal at all. I was trying to save Haley. She looks at me. Really looks at me. Sees something that makes her sad. You still believe that? You were trying to save your self-image. The capable contractor. The problem solver. You couldn't accept that some problems don't have solutions. So you built a cage and called it hope. It was hope. Maybe she was immune, maybe. She wasn't. Medically impossible. I told you that. But you needed to try because Dale Brennan doesn't accept failure. So you made a 17-year-old girl suffer for 3 days and made your son watch. She walks away. Stand there with my tools. My belt. My competence. All worthless. Day 14. Radio's mostly dead. Occasional fragments. Complete infrastructure collapse. No government response. Isolated survivor groups. Infection continues spreading. No rescue coming. Never was. We're alone. Small group in a warehouse defending against infected. Surviving day to day. Rick asks me to check perimeter defenses. Do it. Find weak points. Reinforce them. That's what I do. Trevor watches from across the warehouse. Sees me working. Competent. Useful. Keeping everyone safe with my construction knowledge. His expression, it's not hate. It's worse. It's nothing. Like I'm a stranger. A useful stranger who knows about buildings. Not his father. Just the construction guy. Angie makes dinner. Canned soup. Heated on the camp stove. We eat separately, Rick's family, other survivors, Angie, Trevor, me. Same warehouse, different camps. Trevor sits with Rick's daughters. Talks to them. Makes Emma laugh. Being human. Just not with me. Night comes. Can't sleep. Keep seeing it. Haley's jaw dislocating. That sound. Cartilage snapping. Her eyes clouding over mid-sentence. Thank you for trying, turning into teeth snapping at chain link. The construction lights. My professional lighting. Illuminating every detail. I built that stage. Positioned those lights. Created that moment. That's my contribution. My skill. My legacy. Dale Brennan. Foundation contractor. Engineered his son's trauma with professional precision. Get up. Walk through the warehouse. Past sleeping people. Out to the truck. Tool belts in the back. Pick it up. 30 pounds. Leather worn smooth from 15 years of wear. Hammer, tape measure, level, drill, pry bar. Everything I need to fix structural problems. Consider taking it off. Leaving it. Not being the construction guy anymore. Can't. It's all I am. Even if that's nothing. Put it back on. Buckle tight. Trevor's watching from the doorway. Saw me almost abandon the belt. You can't do it, he says. Quiet. Take it off. Stop being the contractor. You can't. It's just tools. It's your whole identity. Without the belt, without the tools, who are you? Just a guy who made his son watch his girlfriend transform in a cage. That's all that's left. He goes inside. He's right. Without the tools, I'm nothing. Just failure. Just the choices I made. Just the harm I caused. With the tools, at least I'm useful. At least I fix foundations, reinforce walls, keep structures standing. Even if I destroy the people inside them. Stand there in the dark. Tool belt on. Hands covered in foundation dust from today's work under the warehouse. Familiar feeling. Done this 10,000 times. Means nothing now. The infection's still out there. Still spreading. Radio said no safe zones remain. We're in a warehouse. surviving day by day, waiting for something that isn't coming. Trevor's inside. Alive because I knew storm drain systems. Destroyed because I built a cage. Angie's inside. Alive because I knew subdivision layout. Distant because I made her shoot a 17-year-old girl. Both breathing. Both damaged. Both here because of my skills and despite my choices. I can fix foundations. Can't fix people. Can't fix anything that matters. Look at the tool belt. At the hammer that killed Mr. Kovacs. At the drill that secured cage bolts. At the level that positioned construction lights with perfect precision. Tools that saved us. Tools that destroyed us. Can't take them off. They're all I am. Even if that's worthless. Walk back inside. Trevor's in his corner. Sees me come in with the belt still on. Turns away. That's my life now. The construction guy who keeps the building standing. Who checks foundations and reinforces walls and fixes cracks. Who broke his son. Can't fix that. No tools for that. No structural solution for destroyed trust, shattered relationships, permanent trauma. Just keep working. Keep maintaining. Keep the building standing while everyone inside suffers. That's all I've got. Lie down. Don't sleep. See the jaw dislocating. Hear the cartilage snap. Watch the eyes cloud over. Perfect lighting. Professional work. The construction lights are probably still on. In our garage. In our subdivision. Illuminating an empty cage. My best engineering. My most careful construction. All of it for nothing. All of it for worse than nothing. The warehouse foundation is cracking. I fixed the worst of it, but buildings settle. Foundations fail. Everything collapses eventually. I can delay it. By time. Shore up the weak points. But I can't stop it. Just like I couldn't stop Haley's transformation. Just like I can't stop Trevor from hating me. Just like I can't stop the infection from spreading. I'm a foundation contractor. I fix cracks. I reinforce structure. I delay collapse. But everything falls in the end. Everything.